Okay, guys, we are still working on the Caddy. We received this motor from a salvage yard with 105,000 kilometers on it, which is about 70,000 kilometers or 70,000 miles, and the valve cover was completely full of sludge. So we're sending this motor back. We're looking for another motor. We're going to possibly replace the PD105 with a PD130, PD131. It's a much stronger engine. This is my original PD105, and today we're going to disassemble this motor and pull the pistons out and take a real close look at the block to see if the block is still good. We could still possibly rebuild this engine, so we're just kind of covering all our bases. So right now we're just going to pull the fully assembled head off and then attempt to get the pistons out and take a closer look at where the piston rods impacted the block to make sure we don't have any cracks, broken sections, or anything that would cause this motor to be total salvage or total trash. We did have, it's had a lot of oil on the block, as you can see here. You can see the buildup on the pipes. So at minimum, I think it would need to be basically overhauled, new head gasket, new piston rings. We definitely need new rods. They Performance, I think it's Dark Side Performance out of the UK, offers a set of forged rods. I believe they're forged, but much stronger than the factory rods, and that would make this engine useful again. So we'll see what we come up with. Okay, well, we have the motor disassembled. We've got the head and got it off somewhat complete. We had to take the exhaust off and some other pipes just because they were all kind of like intertwined into each other. But this is what the bearings looked like. I don't know if you can see that in there, but that's the upper portion of the bearing. So they're definitely scarred pretty bad. It was still running fine until the rod broke. But that's definitely concerning there, that that's where all the pressure happens. So every one of the upper bearings were damaged. And then this is what the crank looks like. We have some big scars there, some scars on the other side. There's a nick in the actual bearing section. The rod journal is damaged. We also have some damages inside. I don't know if you can see right there on the cylinder. The bottom of the cylinder is damaged. I don't think the block is broken. It has a casting mark that looks a little weird, but it goes all the way down to the bottom, and I think that's just in the casting. So we're definitely going to need a new engine. With the crank being damaged the way it is here, and needing new rods, new rings, new head gasket, you know, basically an overhaul. The cylinders look good. You can still see the honing marks in the cylinders. So, but there is a tiny lip at the top. So that could be just a little carbon buildup there, but it's definitely still got the honing marks in there. You can see a score mark there on that one. This is the one that broke. So, but I can't feel that. So I think that's just a mark in the cylinder. A quick little honing job would clean up all this carbon at the top and get rid of that lip. Yeah, I think that's just right here. I don't feel the lip right there. I think it's just carbon buildup. Got some scoring, a little bit of scoring here. That could be just where the piston rings open or touch the corners. It's hard to say. The fingernail doesn't catch in them, so I think they're just surface marks. So also my water pump was leaking. Now I had a timing belt put on at right about 200,000 kilometers, and that usually comes with a water pump. The water pump was not a factory OEM water pump. It was an aftermarket water pump from Romania, I believe. So that was leaking, and I think it was leaking around the gasket. I don't think the pump itself was bad, but I don't think the gasket was sealing really well. So you can see there's lots of buildup around the engine here. So it appears that we will be looking for a motor code with ASZ, and those are the PD130s, and there's a couple of different versions, different motor codes that are PD130s, but I think we're looking for the ASZ style. It has some water outlets that I need, so I'm gonna finish cleaning up this little mess here, get this motor moved against the wall, and then go do some internet surfing. So hopefully things look up in the next few days, and I'll have a motor on the way.